so today's video is going to be a 50 Shades of Grey or 50 Shades Darker inspired makeup tutorial. So I absolutely loved the trilogy 50 Shades of Grey. Like, let me just say that. I read it 3 times. I read the entire series 3 times. That's how much I thoroughly enjoyed it. Mainly because when the first book or the first movie came out, I was already on my second run through, so I just went ahead and read it again. And then since it came out, the second book came out, I went ahead and read it again, so just call me addicted. It was just a really good book. But today my best friend and I went to the movies and we went to go see 50 Shades Darker. Let me tell you guys, if you haven't gone to see it, go ahead and see it. If you haven't read the books, read the books. The books are so much better than the movies, but they did the book more justice this go around. They got rid of I think it was the producer or the director from the last movie. Best thing they could have ever done, because that first movie was trash. It was completely trash. They left out a bunch of stuff. It was just not a good go around. But anyways, so I just decided to do a 50 Shades of Grey, inspired makeup tutorial. So a silvery gunmetal type of smoky eye. I got a new Stila, what are these called? The Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. If you hate applying glitter and you feel like glitter is too messy, this is the way to go. It is so awesome, you guys. This is the only one that I picked up, and this is in the shade Molten Midnight. They have a bunch of different other shades, and it's been so popular right now because all of the beauty gurus have been putting it on their Snapchats and everything like that. So my display was almost gone, but nonetheless, these are really awesome. I really love them. They kind of remind me of the Urban Decay Moondust palette type shadows, but a lot more glittery, and you just literally need one swipe and you've got glitter and pigmentation and everything like that. So these do run about 24 bucks, so they are expensive just for one little container, but if you think about it, just one swipe, you're not wasting a lot. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't gone to see 50 Shades of Grey or 50 Shades Darker yet, go and watch it. It was so good, you guys, so good. I can't stress it enough. And yes, this is my hair. I will have a video going up for that as well on how we created this with another YouTuber. And I love y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye.
Alright, you guys, so starting off this look, I am concealing my eyelids. This is going to act as an eyeshadow primer. I am using the Kryolan concealer wheel to do so. And then I'm going to go into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette, I believe. And I'm taking Morocco on a Sigma E35 blending brush, and I'm working this into my crease as my transition shade. I didn't want to apply too much of this shadow because I didn't want it to be a very warm kind of look. I want it to be a little bit more cool, so just using this back and forth in windshield wiper motion as a transition shade. Then I take Fudge. Although it is a little bit more of a warm toned brown shade, it doesn't appear so in my crease, so I'm taking the Pretty Bars Pink Martini blending brush, which is similar to the E25 blending brush by Sigma, and I'm just working that into my crease. Now this shade I did spend a lot of time blending out because I wanted to bring it up a lot further into the crease so that it peeked through over the black, so it went from kind of your brow, the transition shade, the brown, and then the black. So after that, I take Noir out of that same shadow palette, and I take a Sigma E25 blending brush. This is a more firm and dense blending brush, and I just start packing that black into the crease. Now you can get a little bit raccoon eyes and a little bit carried away with it, so just take a little bit at a time until you feel like you're completely comfortable. If you do feel like it's starting to get a little bit harsh, just go back in with the previous brush with a little bit of shadow and use that to buff out that black shade. So next I go into the Stila Magnificent Metals shade, and the shade Molten Midnight. It's kind of like it's like black base, like a gunmetal shade. I don't know, but these are really awesome. They just one swipe and you've got glitter all over your lid. They do stay on your face. I washed my face off and I still have it all over, but it's cool. Next I go in with the NYX liner and tightline my lash line. Then I go in with my Colossal Big Shot Mascara by Maybelline, just because I'm going in with some more natural falsies, so I always apply my mascara first before I apply my falsies. And then I'm using Koko lashes in the style Diva. So to prime my skin, I'm using an old favorite of mine. This is the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. I'm going to be using a lot of Tarte products as my complexion, just because Tarte's products just fit my skin tone really well, and they're just awesome. So another favorite of mine is the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I use the shade Rich Honey. I did go for more of a light kind of natural foundation. I didn't apply as much foundation as I normally do, but oh my gosh, you guys, I fell in love with this foundation all over again. And then I used my Shape Tape Concealer, also by Tarte, in the shade Deep. I went to my Ulta, and they do have deeper and darker shades, so if you are my skin tone or a little bit darker, there are shades for you now, so whoop whoop. But I'm just highlighting my under eye, all of that, you know, everywhere I highlight, and then blending it out with my beauty blender. And then I go in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. So for my Sacha setting powder, I used way too much powder, way more than I usually do, and it just kind of left with like a little, like a powdery cast under my eyes, which is why I kept going in with setting spray a little bit later, you'll see. But go easy on the powder, don't be like me. To contour, I'm using my Makeup Geek contour pan. This is Deal Breaker, and I'm using the Pretty Bars Big Fluffy Powder Brush. This is out of their Peach Bellini brush set, and I used to use this brush all the time to kind of like bronze my skin, and I fell in love with it again, you guys. So I'm just using that, and then I go with a Makeup Geek blush, and it's in the shade Covet. Kind of like a peachish pink shade. It doesn't really show up too much, but it shows up enough just to give my lips a little bit, or my cheeks a little bit of a flush of color. And then I do go back up to my nose after I press in the powder into my skin with my beauty blender. I go ahead and contour with that same Deal Breaker contouring pan. And I'm using a Sigma E39 Buff and Blend eyeshadow brush. I just did a full foundation routine, so if you're curious on everything that I do, I will have that listed down below as well. And then I use my MakeupForever Pro Sculpting Duo in the shade number 2, and I use that with a BH Cosmetics fan brush, and I do the tops of my cheekbones. Now I will go in and set my face with the MAC, or refresh my face with the MAC Fix Plus setting spray. And I just want to let you guys know, if you ever feel like your highlight isn't showing up, spray your face with some water or a setting spray or a refreshing spray, and then go in with your highlight, because it'll make it appear a lot more vibrant and intense and everything like that. So I go back in with that NYX Slide On Glide On pencil in black, and I just put that into my waterline, just because I was gonna go in silver, but I'm like, nope, that's too much. So I just wanted to keep it pretty smoky on the lower lash line. Then I take Noir, and I'm taking a $10 brush set. A company sent me this brush. It is fabulous. I'll have it linked down below. I think it's a $10 brush set or something like that, but I'm using that. It's just a flat definer brush to pack on the black, and I'm making sure to connect the lower lash line out into that outer V to kind of give my eye like an extended winged liner without the wing liner. And then I take a little bit more of Fudge and put that on a pencil brush and blend that out. And then I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Silver Sky. So pretty, you guys. I'm taking it with a Sigma, I want to say it's an what brush is that? An E56 lid brush. And then now I'm taking my NYX lip liner in the shade Brooklyn Thorn. It's just a brown natural lip liner. You guys know I use this in every video. And then I'm using my Tarte Glossy paint in the shade Double Tap, which is just a light natural pinkish shade. So after that pretty much wraps up my video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're gonna go see 50 Shades of Grey, let me know down below. I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.